Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to use Gimp 2.10 and Blender to create a text file for clothing for Second Life, and hopefully we'll pick up a few tips along the way. I'm using Gimp, as I said, 2.10.8 on a Fedora 28 Linux system. So let's open up our template file here. Before I did this video, I poked around a little bit and found some updated templates where they've done some helpful additions. For instance, the template itself includes the layers with these items here in it. Then what I did is I created two layer groups, one for all of the templates that came in that thing and put it at the bottom. And it looks like this thing is in there by mistake still. Get rid of him, fine. Why don't I save that? Yeah. So that it saves that thing because it keeps reappearing. Okay, and then I put another layer group above it with what's going to be my shirt in it. And the benefit of this is when you go to export it into Second Life or to Blender, you can just click this guy and all of those eyeballs get shut off, and you don't, and they're not included. You don't really want to include these templates into your texture, obviously, when you're creating something for Second Life. So I'm going to use this freehand select here and grab our upper torso. Okay, and then hit enter, and you see the little, what do they call that? The dancing ants runs around there. Tells you you've got all that selected. We'll pick that nice bright color there, fully saturated red. Bucket fill. We got the right thingy here. Yep, we do. Bucket fill. Whoop. What? Hello? Foreground color. Yeah, okay. Instead of the background. That decides whether you're using this guy or that guy. Okay, so we've got the template, our shirt filled in. We shut off that guy. And, well, that looks simple, doesn't it? There's our shirt. And then we'll do an export as. And I'm going to, we in the right place? Yes, we are. Upper body. And we'll just call it upper body.png. And next do an export. Happy days. He gets this error message. I don't know why. Seems to work. Now we go over to Gimp and the fun begins. I'm sorry, Blender, excuse me. Up, and I forgot to clear this out. So we'll get in and clear this guy out here. Okay, let's do screencasting. Turn that on. Get rid of default display. I forgot to mention we're going to be using Avistar, the textured Avistar. So we bring in the Avistar mesh, and then we go into object mode and get rid of all this junk that we don't need, because we are going to only mess with the upper body or torso. Alt H to unhide the skirt, delete it, delete the torso. Do a B for box select and get rid of the head. Select the body, go over here and dump that armature. Okay, now we can start playing with cycles. We go into cycles and we go to UV editing and to edit mode. Oh, I keep forgetting that. Go back to editing mode. Allocate everything with an A, G, Z. Move it down to the baseline there. Yeah. Front ortho. Right. Back to group, doing Alt G to clear location, rotation, and scale. Now we go back to edit and UV editing. And as you can see, it's already been unwrapped. And in fact, you don't want to unwrap it yourself because if you do, it won't show up correctly. As you can see, the fine folks at Avistar have already put the mark seams on our torso so that we can mess with it to create our template here. Okay, so now we need to go into compositing, pick the material, use nodes, and we're going to do a texture, image texture, drag that guy in there, do an open, what do we call it, upper body PNG, and there's our shirt. Okay, so now the fun begins. Go back to default, and we're going to do text editing. Hopefully this will, or texture painting. Screencast still on? Don't know. No, it's not. Turn it on. Okay, it's on now. Okay, so we're going to try and create a over the shoulder or a single sleeve look. I don't know if it's like me. I've noticed that a lot of the shirts I've seen, they have a lot of problem with the shoulder, front and back parts of the shoulder that don't line up. And that's the benefit, and well, this will show you why. In a moment here. Okay, so we go, back to default. So if we were going to do a full shirt type of thing, here's some little tidbits. We could turn on symmetry, and then we could do, say, let's erase, give it a demonstration here of symmetry. Oops, punch that strength way up. Okay, so as you can see, the symmetry works nice for creating a symmetrical pattern here. But we're not going to need it, at least at first. So we want to also change the curve so that it's got a very harsh line there, because we don't want a fuzzy, the cloth starts and then it goes away in a fuzzy thing. We want that to be a dead sharp line there, right? Okay. I think we are ready to paint. Oh, here's a tidbit also. If you're trying to paint like, let's pick the color here before I forget. And we'll fully saturate it. Okay, if you're trying to paint over a place where there's alpha only, nothing happens. So you need to turn on that guy, and that will allow you to paint over the top of it. And it won't affect painting over the other parts. Okay, so let's get busy here. So we're going to erase the one shoulder. I'm going to hit the right, yeah, it says you right there. That tells you what it is. The right bracket, and just wipe it out. Let's do a line. There we go. the space. Maybe another line here. Okay, let's call it quits. All right, so there's our over-the-shoulder top for our lady there, and we're almost done. So all we got to do is go back to UV editing, go over here to the UV field. There's our UV. And in fact, if we wanted to, we could even document this thing. So we could go into paint here. Let's change the size of the paintbrush to really little. Put something here. Let's put a V. Or, could put in some text of this thing. And that will show up when we export this into Second Life. But it obviously, as you see, it's not on top of the mesh, so it won't show up on our shirt. Alright, so the final step is go to image and do a save as image or save image, either one. Yeah, current name and settings. Poof, done. We've saved it. Now you can go to, well, okay, if you're going to make this into a for real shirt, the folks at Second Life and everybody recommend that you scale it down. This is a 1024 by 1024 image, and they recommend you scale it to 512 by 512 before you use it. You can use 1024. That's a really old recommendation. Maybe things have changed. But as is, it will work. Alright, so if you'd like to see a little shorter, much shorter video showing how you import it into Second Life, post some comments below on this thing and we'll give it a shot, and I'll post another quickie on how to make a shirt out of it. Alright, if you like this video and you want to see more of them, well, subscribe, hit the little bell so you'll get notified, and click like. That would be nice too. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.